This would be when I would talk think about like site surveys and load-ins and all that. That's where that pre-work is really crucial. We absolutely would go and do a site survey well in advance. On that site survey, there's going to be a couple of Lux representatives, and what we do is we're going to take all the measurements needed, and the measurements would include not just the space that we're going to be in, but it's also the path from the dock into the room. I can tell you plenty of horror stories on why we're very methodical on our site surveys, and there's a absolutely a reason. It's everything because we need to know, are there any because it also matters how we pack our truck
Mhm.
too. So, we may have to use 8-foot sticks of truss instead of 10-foot sticks of truss because the elevator is only 9 feet. So the elevator measurements, the hallway measurements, every doorway from the truck into the space has to be considered. And so our hand call or our labor call is going to be dependent on what does that push look like? How big are these rooms? We were just in Vegas a few months ago and we had a very large labor call because the push was substantial
Mhm.
from the truck to the room. And so we actually paced out how long would it take a case to get from the truck up to the room. And we timed that out. And we had to do some reverse math to figure out how long or how many people are we going to need. Because if it's a 12-minute round trip for somebody to bring a case from here to there, then we need to figure out how many people is it going to take to get and how many trips is it going to take to get all of this done. Otherwise, you'll eat up a day just on getting gear in the room. And then when you're dealing with local labor, knowing how to do those calls as far as how many people are you going to need, what departments do you need specialized labor versus general labor, and then working with the house and their timelines as well.